So I am holding a very interesting camera in my hand right now. It's the A7R5, the just released. It's been
The
a
new
month.
one, yeah.
Yeah, the new one. And this is possibly the beginning of, and I have the A1 as well here beside me, but this is possibly the beginning of when we see a little bit of the technology that's being used in phones, the good part of it, it might start seeping into professional cameras. So I think the biggest difference now, I mean, in terms of the final image looking a certain way, which phones do is subject detection, right? So they're able to look at an image, study it, and say that this image is made of so many elements. Okay, there is a tree in the foreground, there is a palace in the background. There's a person standing in front. The person is front lit, back lit, side lit, whatever it is. The person is smiling, not smiling. The cameras, the phones are able to understand all of that. But the biggest difference, I guess, is there are two large parts to an image. One is the exposure, or how the phone is deciding to light a certain image. Okay, and the second is the focus, right? So what's interesting is in both of these cameras, they're both using AI for the focus side of things and not so much the exposure. Okay,
Yeah, which is
so they
great.
have, which is great, which is
Yeah.
the way it should be done, because the so immediately the this camera is able to, and by the way, this is not just Sony. DJI has been doing this for the last 3 years, and literally so few people talk about it. When you fly a drone into the air today from DJI, it can I mean, and you point it at a certain subject and you just select that subject on your screen using your fingers. It can tell whether it's a car, a human being on a bicycle, right, or two people, and it can track them in focus, and it can take it one level above because it's a moving camera, right? It can move the camera around, based on, it can do certain stylized moves which you would not be able to do as a single camera operator. It can even do focus in and I mean zoom in and zoom out while like flying around at 50 kilometers per hour. It's crazy. I've been playing around with drones for a long while, but it just blew my mind. Again, good thing is the DJI is using a smartphone sensor and a smartphone processing pipeline. Okay, so it's able to do all of that.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to see that at least camera manufacturers still have their heads on their shoulders and they're not pushing really aggressive post-processing algorithms,
Uh,
but we're there. I mean, we're doing crazy things on the camera side of things, which are, I think, the mainstream doesn't talk about too often.
this Sony one even does aeroplane recognition and stuff, right? Like
Yes,
that, right? It's got
yes.
a bunch of modes.
It even does I mean, if I point it to a car and I do a pan shot, it can tell which car I'm trying to, to focus on.
Yeah. Fun.
It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. So it's again, as I said, we've been seeing this tech in drones for the last 4 or 5 years now, since the first Mavic came out. It was very rudimentary back then, but the latest ones are pretty cool. I was in Maldives just now. I I literally selected myself on the controller and I started walking away without looking at the controller. Okay. And it would just follow me, not just follow me, it'll do a circular shot around me. It can do a Hitchcock zoom while doing all of this. It's insane. We'll get there. I think I think I'm just happy for the fact that there's so much innovation happening
Yeah.
on the computational side of things. So it means that trickle down we'll get very cool features in the days to come.